going to walk you through how to use a zero-based budget for your monthly budgeting for both, regular budgeters or irregular income. So let's first open up the zero-based budget spreadsheet, like I told you in the audio lesson, to save it to your desktop. So whenever you open up your computer, you definitely see it right at the beginning, like right in the forefront of your face. So let's open that up. I think it's open down here. There we go. And so it's going to say my zero-based budget spreadsheet. So then you can go in here, you can change the month. So let's say if the month is December, we'll type in December. All right. And I'm going to save, I save a lot. So these three boxes here, you do not have to populate. They're auto-populated based on the formulas down here. So the only thing that you're going to change on this spreadsheet is the amounts in here after the income and below. So I put together some numbers so we can go through this quickly and easily, and I can explain to you and kind of show you visually how to create your monthly budget from here on out. So in my example, I say that I make $5,550. So I'm going to put here from my company, you could put the name of your company, so I'm just going to put Jane Doe Inc. And let's say I earn $4,500 a month, because remember, we're breaking down our income and our expenses by month. That's the key. And let's say I have a side hustle, so I do some freelance work on the side. And let's say I do financial coaching on the side, and I earn about $1,000 a month. That's how much I anticipate coming in. And again, these numbers can change, and as they change, you can update your budget. Again, you should not just look at your budget one time a month. You should definitely be familiar with it, become very comfortable with using it, and also update it as you need to. Because let's say, for example, if I anticipate going forward, because I'm going to start my budget 3 days before the month begins. So let's say if it's the end of November and I'm creating December's budget, and I say, well, I typically bring home about $4,500 from Jane Doe Incorporated, and I do a lot of freelance work. Let's say I do 2 coaching sessions or 1 coaching session a month, and it's $1,000. All right, so my baseline is $5,500, and that is the same thing irregular income earners are going to say, is say, let me look back in the last 3 months. I know for sure I bring home $5,500 at least every month, so I'm just going to use that as a baseline, and as my income comes in and it increases, I will add more things that I can pay for in my budget. So yeah, so let's say for $5,500 we have our income. Okay, and you see that we put the numbers in here. It calculated the total here, so you don't need to change this number. And then it also populates up here. And so it's going to say total monthly income, $5,500. Total monthly expenses, we haven't put any in yet. Remaining to be budgeted. So that number is the number that you need to give a job to. So you need to give $5,500 a job to do for the month of December. All right, and so that's where we're going to go down here. So let's say tithing, $550, and let's say I want to give to a local charity $100 this month. All right, so I have $650. You can see that the total monthly expenses are starting to accumulate here. We're going to go to savings. What I like to do, so let's say if your savings goal this month or next month, whenever you're listening to this, is to save some money in your savings account, I like to put this last. I like to do this last so you can see how much you have after you have all of your bills covered, how much you have to save. So we're going to kind of go back to this last, and we're going to start with rent. So in my example, rent is $750. And that's it for that. Electricity is $100. My gas bill is $100. I don't pay water. Let's say I pay cable, $60. Internet is $25. Cell phone is $95. Cleaning services is $150. So that's $530. So then food, I have $300 budgeted, and I give myself $100 to dine out. Gas in my car, I typically use $100. We're doing this as an example. In maintenance, let's say if I have an oil change that I need to get in the month of December, so I'm going to dedicate $25, right? So then it adds up that. And if you have anything else, like if you ride public transportation, you can add that here. Or if you have anything else, like you need new tires or anything like that, you can add that expense in here. So clothing. Month of December, I don't need any clothing. I do need dry cleaning and laundry, and I will allocate $100 to that a month, this month. I went to the dentist last month in this example, so I do have a copay of $75 for the dental office, and that's it. Insurance, I have health insurance, which is $210. My renter's insurance is paid by year, and I already paid it, so I don't need to pay anything on it this month. Auto insurance, let's say $100 a month. Life insurance is $30 a month, and long-term disability is $40 a month on myself. Okay, so then that's $380, and then the gym membership I have is $45 a month. Toiletries, that's like shampoo, conditioner, tissue, things like that, $40. I spend about $150 at the hair salon a month, and nail salon, let's say I give myself $100 to spend. Then recreation, let's say if I want to buy some new books, like some new spiritual and personal development books. So let's say we put $25 under personal development materials. And then for debt, let's say only thing I have is an auto loan payment, and I have to pay $225 a month. All right, so at the top, my budget is going to add all that up, and it is my expenses are $3,595. So far out of the $5,500 I expect to get in December, I have given $3,595 a name, and I have $1,905 left to be budgeted. This is huge because you don't want to just leave this part of planning your money before the month begins to chance, because you'll find yourself squandering $1,905 because you didn't give it an assignment. So you have to give it a name, and you have to give that name a number. So again, if the first financial goal of yours is to save $2,000 in savings, you can put all of that $1,905 into your savings account over the course of the month. So for example, in our audio lesson, I said you can break those out into every time you get paid, put a fourth of your income into your savings. So let's say if you get paid 4 times a month, you can divide the $4,500 by 4, the $1,000 by 4, and then use those amounts to put in your savings every time you get paid. And as well with tithing, you don't have to tithe $550 out of your first check, although I do, but you don't have to. After each check, you can do 10% of that check, and then that way by the end of the month you'll be at least at $550 or however much you earn. If your goal is to pay off debt, let's say you want to pay off your auto loan, because in this example, the only thing I have in debt is auto loan, and I already have $2,000 in my savings account. You don't need to be saving. If you are done with saving $2,000 or $10,000, however much your goal is, you can stop saving, and you can put any extra disposable income, which is your $1,905, towards debt. So you can write down here, instead of saying $225, you're going to put, let's say if we add that to 0, you're going to put $2,130 towards that debt this month. And that way you can get out of debt much quicker. And then up here, if you notice, it'll say total monthly income, $5,500, total monthly expenses, $5,500, remaining to be budgeted is 0. That means you gave every dollar that you feel you're going to earn at least this month a name. And let's say if you start to bring in if you start hitting over $5,500, you need to be updating this worksheet and then giving it a name. So let's say if by the middle of the month you ended up earning $2,500 here. All right, now you have to go back in and give $1,500 a job. So therefore, If you're in the debt repayment phase right now, you can zero that out because you know you want to pay off debt. And then up here it's going to tell you how much you can put towards that, 3,630. So then you can go back down here and put 3,630. And then you know that you've given all your income a job to do. All right. If you are budgeting on a regular income, again, baseline, even if you realize like I'm earning less than what I'm making, than what I've allocated in my budget, you can go back in and start taking some things out. Go back down to 1,000 and say, all right, let me go ahead and back this up, because this is not looking like how I anticipated. You need to take out 3,000. So what is the first thing that you need to do? You only need to put 225 because that's your monthly payment for your auto loan, right? So you could take that out, and now you have 405 left that you can allocate. And maybe, you want to put that just in savings, or you want to put that back on your debt. And so you zero that out. And you say, all right, I could put 630, not 3,000. I could put 630 now because this month didn't turn out financially like I anticipated. And then there you go. So I hope this helps. Definitely drop your question or comment in the discussion bar. I go in there periodically and can see on my end that you have questions regarding your monthly budget. If you have any more questions, either drop a comment in the module comment section or email me at info@yourprettypennies.com. Talk to you soon. Bye.